Hello and welcome to episode 37 in our Spanish Empire campaign. We are just starting a war with the Germans. This is, I believe, the second or third turn. This is going to be a tough war for us. We're a little outnumbered, I believe. 120 ships. They have 161 billion GDP. We have 57 billion and 91 ships. Their technology is advanced. One of the things I did notice in the last turn was that we seem to have an advantage in torpedo range. I don't know if that's just because they haven't refit some of their ships. Most of our newer ships and refitted ships have a 5-kilometer torpedo range, whereas what we were seeing in the battles that we fought in the last turn were 1.5 kilometers for the Germans. So right away, I want to go in. I just designed a new destroyer. And I think this is a good destroyer for fighting other destroyers. It has quite a few 2-inch guns and 3 5-inch guns. But I want to actually design a torpedo destroyer. So first of all, it needs to be fast. So we're going to cap out at 33.5. And the whole purpose here is going to be torpedoes and getting in as fast as possible. I believe at this point our limit for destroyers is 1050. If we do 0, what does that leave us at? Yeah, 1050 is our limit. So let's do 1050. Reduced plus to turning rate. Okay. So let's get a tower on here. The tower probably doesn't need to be anything too fancy. Don't need long range accuracy. What are we looking at? 25 tons, maybe. Yeah, this is get a funnel in here. What does that give us? 57. Did I do induced? I did do induced. Okay. So if I'm going to need 2, okay, so that's that. Get that tucked up as close as we can. Okay. There's a huge difference in the weight there, isn't there? 27 versus 6. Okay. fused semi. I'm going to do light. Advanced hydraulic. TNT is fine. White powder. Enhanced reloading. I'm going to do coincidence 2. I'm going to turn that on. Not sure we really need it. I'm going to give some length to the barrels of the guns. Okay. Now, what does that leave us? 100 and a little close to 200. So here's the question. Do I want to do that? Yeah, it's still only going to get me 3 torpedoes. What if I do 32? That might get me a 4th. Okay. Now, can we sneak some 2-inch guns on here just as a backup? We can. So this guy was 28.8 and we're 32. Can I get another 4-inch on there? I can. So, excuse me. So we're giving up 5 inches for 4 inches, but we're getting an extra torpedo tube and 4 extra knots. Okay. Oh, I know what I can do here. Let's see. Oh, that's one thing we need to do. 18-inch torpedoes. Oh, that puts us over. How much are we over by? 6 tons. There we go. All right. Yeah, so 5.1 kilometers. Now, I do want to go back and look. Okay, so they don't have an insane number of torpedo boats. They have quite a few heavy cruisers, which, if the heavy cruisers, that most of them are like the ones that we've already fought, they're not very dangerous. I do want to build, what do we have here? We have 30,000 roughly. Let's build 10 of each. Actually, let's build 12 of those for now, and then let's build 8 of these guys. Okay. Resume. Let's see. I haven't checked here. Make sure we don't have anything else that's suspended. Let's resume that. Okay. I think that's it. Now, finances were okay. We'll wait. I'm not gonna put any money into crew training at this point. This is my big concern here is transports. Let's get this back down to about -20. Do we have anything coming soon? Mark 3 2-inch guns. Nice. You guys know I love 2-inch guns, so that's going to be a nice upgrade. Okay, that's just improvements to already existing. Torpedo size, torpedo tubes. Okay, let's focus. We've got a ton of ships around here. They're going to the Central Atlantic. I am concerned about this little port or this little area over here. And West Africa, have ships going there. I think I'm going to let these guys group up. I don't think, Prosper Dad, I don't think any of my ships at this point have minesweeping. This one has mines, but not minesweeping. Okay. That's not going to tell me either. Yeah, I don't even know where to, honestly, I don't even know where to look. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that none of my ships have minesweeping, so I'm kind of hesitant to go in there. What do we got here? Let's see if we can't intercept those guys right there. Over here, I'm going to get rid of that guy. This group I'm going to send here. Although I do need some ships in Bay of Biscay. Where's he headed? Baltic. That's just one torpedo boat. Okay. These guys are heading down here. I do want to do this over here, though. We don't have enough tonnage to take that as of the moment, but I think if we attack that port, where are we? 6,000 left yet. No, we don't have enough for that. Okay. I'm going to keep those guys there for now. All right, let's see what happens here this next turn. I think my biggest concern is mostly not having enough ships in enough places to defend our transport fleets. That too. Okay, so they just hit us with -14 with Italy in one turn. That doesn't help. Certainly does not help. That would be my second biggest fear, is that we get a second front, a second war going with Italy. Okay, so I think these guys just got updated. These guys should be pretty good as well against destroyers. So, where are we going? We are going south. Straight ahead. I'm going to use these guys. I'm going to keep them pretty much at the same position. And once we see which side the enemy is on, we'll kind of put our light cruisers in between the battleships and the enemy. Okay, so they're right in front of us. So there we go. Taking a lot of fire here. Now let's pause this real quick and just take a look what we have here. 1.5. 1.1. 1.1. Okay. So we should be in good shape as far as outranging them with torpedoes. This guy still has his 3-kilometer range. What about this guy back here? So does he. Okay. So yeah, not everybody on our side got the 5-kilometer range update. I was just starting that when the war broke out. He should be almost done, yeah. Let's get some speed back going here. Let's go get that heavy cruiser. quite a lot of firepower fighting destroyers on these light cruisers, to be honest. Should be pretty good. They're not terribly fast. That's the one weakness they have. We do have a version that's slightly faster. I think it's 22 or 24 knots. It might even be this one once it gets refit, to be honest with you. Trying to run. Let the battleship take the fire here, I do believe. I think that would be the smart move. I don't think they're going to take too much damage from these cruisers. Did you see that we're running low on ammo already, though? That's not a good sign. There's a nice big hit. Probably came from a 13-inch gun there. Another big hit. It's almost gone. Probably speed up so this other guy doesn't get away. .5. I just want to make sure I don't run into any torpedoes. Oh yeah. 7.3. Okay. Fine. Should be done. There we go. Would be nice if we had those 5-kilometer torps right now. Our first fluttering. I want to get these guys a little bit further away here. I don't want either one of these guys to take any serious damage at this point. That would be silly. almost out of 13-inch ammo, which is not a good sign. We really didn't fight that much. This was not a long battle, unless these guys had fought the previous turn, maybe, or 2 turns ago. He's pretty beat up. Probably fairly safe to come in with my light cruisers at this point. You would think the 7s would be doing a little bit better. We are out of 13-inch ammo. How about this guy? Yeah, same here. I gotta get these light cruisers in between. This guy's almost dead. I don't want him coming in here and putting torpedo onto my battleship. Oh, is he turning? And my cruiser's almost out of ammo too. See, that's what I was afraid of. There we go. Alright. Alright, so what did we learn here? Battleships run out of ammo fairly quickly. Their heavy cruisers are craptacular, which is good news because they have a lot of them. Yeah. Did get some experience on our battleship though. And quite a few victory points. It was in the North Atlantic. Okay, so we lost 3 transports. No. Right now, no. Okay. Suspended Province, New Brunswick. Okay. I didn't think that even belonged to us. Oh, it's because Canada is an ally now, right? Yes, okay. That's fine. That'll suck all their ships and make it easy for us. What's that there? Destination Eastern North America, destination North Atlantic. Look at that. One light cruiser. Okay. Where's he going? Eastern North America. Okay, so we should be able to send 2 light cruisers and no, we'll send 1 torpedo boat there to intercept him. I'm going to send, going to send 3 light cruisers there. And I'm going to send the rest of them to attack this port. What do we have here? I'm going to go there. And, ooh, that's a big fleet there. Where's he headed? North Atlantic. Torpedo boat, light cruiser. Let's send those guys. What do we have coming here? Light cruiser and a battleship. Would love to intercept that fleet right there, right? Where can we invade? Nova Scotia, 18,000. Portugal, 206,000. 45,000. Did this not land? Because that doesn't seem like that. Okay, so I want to build something for the Philippines. Six months. There's a battleship with low crew. Okay. What did that do to our crew pool? 308. Okay. Everything's 6 months. We have 60,000 tons. get one of those guys going. Let's get 3 of them going. What do we have? 70. We have 25. No, we can only get 2 going. Okay. And then we'll leave 10,000 for repairs as we need them. I don't see any German ships down this way. Let's go attack that port. Politics. We know what we need to do here. Improve relations with Italy. Okay, I'm not sure why this didn't take. Trying to do a port strike here. Maybe don't have heavy enough ships or enough tonnage. I would love to attack that port, but I also don't want to take mine damage. Kind of a catch-22. Guess I could just look at the fleet and see if we have anybody still in port. Oh, okay, what are doing? Anchorage. Okay, Anchorage in Barcelona. Try that again. Okay. Let's move these guys out here and bombard Lisbon. Get him out there. Help a little bit. Okay. Okay, we got 3 meetings here. All right. This is a good sign. So this is what I want to do. I want to catch these ships as small group as I can. But we definitely need to sink this battleship. We're going to need to focus fire, though. We are low on ammunition. I'm going to turn my main guns off till we get a little bit closer. What do we got here? 13.2s. Oh, I lost them. Stereoscopic 1. 11-inch main belt. Pretty light armor. He tried. He tried to get in there, didn't he? Yeah. Okay. Let's get our distance closed here. All right. See what we can do here. Let's not get our light cruisers killed. Is he running? Of course he is. Okay. Oh, nice. That helps a lot. Okay, I can bring my light cruisers in. Maybe try and torp to finish him if we need to. At least now I don't have to worry about my light cruisers taking a huge hit from one of those 13-inch guns. Just wrecking me in one shot. It's got a decent amount of flooding now. Slow down here. Get a little bit more accurate. That way I don't use as many shells. No, okay, good. All right. So let's see here. 153 million. 78 million. Okay. That makes sense. 4 million. 6 million. Okay. Where's this at? North Atlantic. Okay. It looks like a lot of his ships are going, man, I wonder if they're going back for refitting. Just seems weird that it seemed like a huge portion of his fleet is going back to the North Sea. Pretty sure he's not at war with any other nations. So, not quite sure why they would be sending all their ships up there other than to get refit or rearmed. Maybe. We have here. I think this is one of our really old, like, early 1890s light cruisers that we've refitted a couple times. Good night. Oh. Okay. What did we just find here? 3.8 kilometers. Okay. So they have the technology. They just haven't refit most of their ships. Nice. I think he's out of torps? No, he still has 2. Reloading though. Keeping an eye on those torps to make sure I don't eat those last 2 torps at the very end. Yeah. Actually land ahead here. Maybe? Look at that. And it wasn't a dud either. All right. Small victories. 0.8 million. It was an expensive torpedo boat. Look at this though. Oh boy. Okay. This could get ugly. So, 7 ships we need to take out fairly quickly. So they're coming from the north, which is this way. Let's go this way. a little bit away from them. Let's turn that off. We do have full ammo. We've a crap ton of 7s. Decent amount of 5s. Just a few 2-inch guns. Must be getting close. Make them chase us. Hopefully that gets their torpedo boats, destroyers away from the cruisers. Keep the cruisers at distance. That way they can't really do a whole lot of damage to us, hopefully, while we're busy fighting off the destroyer waves. There we go. Keep fighting that. I think what we'll do here is, once we get 1 or 2 hits on a destroyer and flooding into, slow them down, we'll switch to somebody else. Come on, guys. There we go. He's lost his engine. Look at the guy in the back that's taking a ton of damage. damage back here? No. These guys are, though. Come on, guys. Knock this light cruiser out. Why is this destroyer still floating? I'm getting there. There's 4 heavy cruisers over there yet. I'm gonna run out of ammo. And battleship the Tigray in the back is taking a crap load of damage. That's right. Just if those guys group up like that, that's great. I don't want to retreat the guy in the back, but I also don't want to leave him alone. Torpedoes nice. Alright, maybe we can focus on getting these heavy cruisers out of here now. What am I doing here? Closed in way too close. Come on, guys. Get some hits here. I think we're going to lose the guy in the back. Come on, you can do it, buddy. I want to see him survive if I can. There we go. A little floating hit. But here's the thing. I don't want to leave him alone. But I also want to chase down these three heavy cruisers. No ammo. Oh, yeah, some ammo. Move this way if we can. Oh. You gone? Come on. Please send him to the bottom. He just won't sink. There we go. How many do I have? I have 131 rounds left yet. Okay, so I should be in good shape. There we go. Take that. Yeah. Alright, so worst case scenario, I got all the heavy cruisers. Okay, and I can end battle. I didn't lose him. At 3,500 victory points. 27 million. Are they all 27? Looks that way. So a couple destroyers and torpedo boats got away. 306,000 damage. We only lost 4 transports. They lost 7. No. Plus 11 with Italy. All right. So those 2 turns worked out better than I had hoped. I think at this point we're in a good place to stop for this episode. Next episode, we'll continue to see if we can push our luck, push our advantage. I would love desperately to take Portugal. We'll see if that can happen. I'd like to also take Nova Scotia and this small territory over here, Kiautschou Bay, if possible. So those are our 3 main objectives in this war, or wish list items, I guess. Really, we'll see. You can see here they're got some huge fleets, and not sure why they're going that direction. They were actually closer to war with Britain, I thought, than that. But anyway, we'll end here. As always, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.